All right, another watch review coming at you. This one is a G-Shock. Duh, obviously. So let's pull up the model number of this one. This is introduced, I believe, in 2018. This is the GX56BB-1. This is the one they call the King of G-Shock. So, comes in a fairly basic cardboard retail box, nothing special. What's in here? Oh, big ass owner's manual, cards, warranty card. Jesus Christ, how many friggin' languages is this? I mean, seriously, look at this thing. This is like a 200-page manual. That's insane. Anyway, back into the box. Why do I hear a motorcycle outside? Is somebody at my freaking house on a bike? They just roll by. Weird. All right. Ooh, that is a chunky boy. That's a big boy. Nice looking though. Nice and supple. That's what I look for in a watch, is supple. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take this off. So, you got your 5600s, your 5610s. Now, I am not a G-Shock expert. And to be honest, it's sort of hard to be because there are so many. When I say that there are so many, I mean, seriously, over the years, there are hundreds of G-Shock models. This is the one I have. I gave away all the other ones you've seen me do G-Shocks. I've given them away to people. I just have so many watches. Something catches my eye. But this one I really liked a lot. I like the analog digital world time, stopwatch, alarms, all that kind of stuff in a nice rugged 200 meter chassis with the yellow and black accents. And this is just a really cool watch. This one's not solar though. I wanted one that was solar. And I don't have any rectangles. So I wanted one circular, one solar. So we've got this one, which is, yeah, so is that time right? 6:45? No. So we'll have to go in and set the time and stuff like that, and it thinks it's tomorrow. Well, if this was a Japanese one, yeah, they'd be a day ahead. So what we have is tough solar. They take the 5600 or like the 5610. They gave it a negative display, which is hard to pick up on the camera unless I hold it at a certain angle. And that is probably the only downside to this. I would have preferred to get one that was not, but I did like the whole blacked out. And apparently when you use the light when it's dark, and I think I could change the brightness and the duration on that, it's not really picking up on camera. You get that, so almost like Timex has that indiglow. So in the dark, it actually looks nice, but it's not so bright that it would give away your position if you were trying to hide from, bad people. You've got your solar, you've got stopwatch, you've got, I think, timers, countdown timers, world time. Really nice. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say on this one. I mean, I'm not going to go through all the features because honestly, most of the G-Shocks have similar features. I don't know if this one is Radio 6. What is this? Let me just see what this thing has. Does it say anything about whether it gets the radio antenna to set the time? I don't know. Usually they will say it's tough solar, Casio, alarm. You can snooze it. Yeah, I don't know. Just a basic, good, solid digital watch. This might be my worst watch review ever because I just don't have a lot of details on it because I was all geeked out about my Tissot. And so I did that, and now I'm didn't really prepare for this one. It's just a G-Shock. It's got a nice band on it. The band is kind of supple. It feels good. It's not, sometimes it's like really hard, almost more plasticky. And then other times it's a little bit more of a sleek, more like a rubber type of feel to it. This is more the latter. These go for, what did I pay for this? $115, so not real expensive. It is a chunky boy on your wrist, but it weighs like 88 grams or something. It weighs nothing. It's super light. This is something like if I was traveling or I was shit hit the fan situation where you grab your go bag and a gun and you just go somewhere for a week and you're like, I want a watch that I don't have to worry about. If it takes a hit, I fall out of a tree, I go swimming, I fall on a rock. I want something that is just going to hold up. It's solar powered. I don't have to worry about the one time I need it. it doesn't have a freaking battery or the battery's going dead. This battery should last me 20 years. And it's all digital, so there is no mechanism that after a while could wear out or start to lose, any of that kind of stuff. This is a great watch and it'll probably last forever. The main difference on this one that I like is the quick disconnect, whereas these straps are all mounted to the chassis and part of the armor. Now, this could also pop off if you grabbed it and wrenched it, because you could bend the pins just like you could on any watch, as opposed to this, really not so much. So this is definitely the stronger design. I just like that if I wanted to take this off and put a black and yellow NATO strap on it or something like that, I could. Or I could get a different strap in a different color or a slightly different texture. It uses a 24 millimeter standard type of affair. So I can go ahead and if I get my finger in there, my nails are always short, so whatever. I could pop that out and swap out that band. So this is really big. Jesus, I didn't think it was going to be that big. This is a chunky boy. This looks like it wants to beat you up and take your lunch money. But if you want something super rugged and you don't mind a big watch, it wears nice. I mean, it dwarfs any of these other watches, but it doesn't weigh anymore, really. It's lighter than the metal one. That's just a really nice watch. I like the negative display. In the sunlight, you can see the face. It's just, because of the glare and the lighting in here, the camera, I'm looking at it how it looks good to my face, but I'm off camera, which when I put it at that angle, then you're not looking straight at it, so you don't see it as well. I have to look at the back of my phone here to see the camera view. And then you can read it. And like I said, in the dark, it'll light up with a pale blue. I have to go into the settings and see what I can do with this. I don't know if this is one of the ones that you can connect via Bluetooth and control from your phone. I don't think that it is, so I'm probably going to have to actually go back to that freaking big-ass manual and go through and set some stuff. But that is a really, goddamn, that's a big watch. That thing is just massive. But it's nice. This is stainless steel. The prongs, there's two of them, but they're joined. They're all one piece, so you don't have to worry about trying to get them both to line up in each of the holes and go into the holes properly, giggity. They'll go in automatically, either both together or not. But this is screwed together, not push, not spring bars. So just everything about this says strength, but it doesn't weigh a lot, which is what's really kind of nice about that. So you'll have your settings button, you'll have your different modes, you'll have your stopwatch, start, stop, you'll have your backlight. Just a really good watch that you never have to worry about. Even if it doesn't take radio time or whatever the synchronization is, I'll look and see what that has. But it uses the 3221 module. You got your world time, daylight savings time. Yeah, it's a good countdown timer, stopwatch, turn the alarm on and off, toggle your world time. So you set it for Eastern, but then you got to go to LA for a few days. So you can, I'm assuming you could probably scroll through some of the modes and then have a different time up on top. You got your date, set your alarm. Just realize I'm looking at it again and I don't know if the camera's picking it up. You got your stopwatch. Start, stop, reset up top. You got your timer. Yeah, it's just a G-Shock. It probably doesn't do much different than most of the other G-Shocks, the 5600, 5610. Some are going to have the radio. Some are going to be able to connect via Bluetooth. This just has solar cells built around. It's a low power display. I think they said it can last 10 months or 16 months or something crazy in a drawer with no light. And if the battery goes dead, just put it in light. As long as it's got ambient light, especially sunlight, the thing will just be charged, and then you got basically a year's worth of use out of it. And it's always going to be in the light. If it's in the case where there's light, if you're wearing it occasionally, you're always going to have a full battery, and you just never have to worry about it. So if you want something, you can slam on the water jet skiing. You can go rock climbing. I don't do half this stuff, but it's just nice knowing that you have a watch that if shit hit the fan and you had to just go and you needed an accurate timepiece, that you didn't mind getting in the mud and getting dirty and all that kind of stuff. It's a tool watch for tools. Very, very nice. So there you have it. I don't know if that helped you at all. It's mainly just to show it to you. G-Shocks are such a known thing. It's really what size, what materials and price point do you want, and what shape do you want? Because at the end of the day, most of them do most of the same things. Some have a tide thing that tracks the tide. Other ones have a moon phase. But like 85% of the functionality is pretty much the same across all across the board. And the difference is going to be materials, price, shape, size, and then the 15% of features that do fluctuate from one model to the other. But there's so much overlap with G-Shocks, and that's what's nice, is you can find a G-Shock for $30. You can find a G-Shock for almost $6,000. It's what do you want to spend? Do you want it slim and sleek? Do you want it metal? Do you want it plastic? Do you want it just 200-meter water resistance and shock? Or do you want it more like the Mudman, which is what this is with the mud-proof buttons and things? For 115 bucks, I'd say that's a winner. So there you go. We'll talk to y'all later. Stay tuned for the Victorinox.